ladies and gentlemen, so that is what is happening at the moment. Before my pundit, before they comment, let me hear from the South African. Hello, brother. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining.
Yes, hello.
How are you, brother?
I'm fine. Yourself?
Oh, we're fine, thank you.
Can I answer? There's a question I want to answer because that everyone keeps raising. People keep saying the thing about us being afraid of whites or not dealing with white people. Can I deal with that question?
Yeah, sure, you can, brother. Carry on.
So I want to ask: Have you guys heard of fees must fall?
No, we've not. Just tell us.
So there's fees must fall. There's roads must fall. And then we have the triple BEE, and then we also had the shutdown, the looting when the former President Zuma was locked up. That was 4 times that the country shut down, and we made it clear that we were fighting white monopoly at the time. With fees must fall, there were slogans where they made it clear that we want the fees to drop and then we're coming for the land. With roads must fall, we were bringing down colonial statues, all colonial statues in the country, starting with Cecil John Rhodes. And then with the Zuma thing, the people believe that Jacob Zuma, the former president, was a revolutionary, and so they shut the whole country down when he went to jail. And then with the triple BEE thing, Elon Musk tried to bring Starlink to South Africa, but he refused to comply with the laws of South Africa, which means that you are supposed to have a black business partner if you want to have any kind of business in the country. And so the country said no. If he doesn't comply with that, then he cannot do business in the country. That's why he started this whole rumor about the G site the fake G site that's going on, which is not going on. So that's how many times are we supposed to fight white monopoly until people realize that we're actually not afraid of these white folks. Now, the problem is every time we fight these white monopolists, every time we fight these white businesses, it is the illegal immigrants who take the jobs. They are the ones who say, no, we don't mind working for peanuts. We don't mind working with you calling us the K word, which is similar to the N word in America. I don't know if I can say it, so I'm not going to say it. But, they don't mind being called the K word. They don't mind being beaten up by a white man. South Africans do. We stand up when we're being called the K word, when we're being disrespected, when we're being paid less. We actually go out there and we boycott. But when we boycott, it is the illegals that take the businesses. So unless we deal with these illegal immigrants who ran away from the governments in their country, instead of solving their problems, they want to disrupt us whenever we fight white monopoly. So this idea that South Africans are scared of whites and we don't fight white monopoly is garbage. It's the biggest load of rubbish I've ever heard in my life, and it has been proven over and over again. When we do fight white monopoly, nobody says anything, nobody flinches. But whenever we deal with illegal immigrants who disrupt us, whenever we fight white monopoly, then all of a sudden we're these xenophobic people. And again, one of the other South Africans mentioned that there are other African nationals that we don't have a problem with. I recently went to Lesotho because my grandmother on my mother's side is from Lesotho, so I have family there. I went to Lesotho. One of my Lesotho cousins said to me that he wants to come to South Africa and get himself a wife. I told him, yeah, you can totally come through and get yours. It didn't even occur to me that I'm speaking to a foreigner and telling him that it's okay to come here and find himself a wife. Because South Africans consider Sotho people, Namibian people, Tswana people, and Swati people, they consider themselves Africans, not because they are neighbors. Zimbabweans are neighbors too. We don't consider them South Africans. So are Mozambicans. We don't consider them South Africans. Why? Because of their behavior, because of how they behave. If you behave like us, we consider you one of us. We said the same thing to Kenyans. We said, look online how South Africans and Kenyans interact with each other. We call each other cousins. We celebrate each other and all those things. When you come to our country and you behave, South Africans don't even mind if you're illegal. Now, I'm against all illegal immigrants, whether they're from Lesotho, Namibia. I'm against all illegal immigration. I feel like a country should be sovereign, and a country people should abide by the law when they come here. But I'm talking about the average South Africans. You know how many people from Swaziland, how many people from Namibia? I have friends from Namibia. They are here as South Africans. They are treated as South Africans by South Africans. Whenever they go online and we have debates about illegal immigrants, they talk like South Africans and they're not told to go back home. I told South Africans that I have a grandmother who's from Lesotho. Not a single one of them said that I'm half Kwerekwere or I'm half foreigner. But if I said that my grandmother was from Nigeria, that'd be a whole different story. It's because of the behavior, not because they are foreigners, because we do have people from other countries that we've integrated with, and we don't even see the difference between them and us because they behave like South Africans and they respect people as South Africans. Now, somebody said something about South Africans go overseas. Well, when we go overseas, we go there legally. We abide by the law, and we don't go there to sell children. And that's another thing. Before I continue with that, that's another thing. People act like we are fighting Nigerians because they're taking our jobs and they're taking our women. Like I said, Sotho people come here and take jobs and women. Namibians come here and take jobs and women. The other people I mentioned. People from Botswana come here and take jobs and women. Nobody flinches, no South African. In fact, we encourage them. We say, no, come through. They say, yeah, you come over to Namibia too. There's jobs for you, there's whatever. There's no flinching. The problem is Nigerians are known for kidnapping our children and putting them on drugs on purpose. Because people always say, well, there's a market. If there was no market, no one would be able to sell drugs or what. That's nonsense. We know when you're in Joburg, you need to watch your back. Not for South Africans, but for Nigerians who will kidnap you and force you into drugs the way they do our children. Some of our women are forced into prostitution, okay? And there's a whole cartel. There's a Nigerian cartel. I probably shouldn't even be mentioning it because this might be my last day on this earth just for mentioning it. There's a whole Nigerian cartel where they sell powder. I don't know if I can say, where they sell powder and all these type of things. Now, I'm asking myself, people are talking about, no, Nigerians, they are hardworking people and there's so much skills. Where are these skills? Why can't these skills contribute to the country? Let's talk about China. When they invested in human capital, which is the skills that can make you money, when they invested in human capital, the economy improved. When Dubai invested in human capital, the economy improved. When Singapore invested in human capital, the economy improved. Why is it that Nigeria is the only country on the planet that when they invest in human capital, as they claim, where they have all these skills, but for some reason the economy does not improve, in fact, it gets worse? I don't believe any of that is true. I don't believe that people hate Nigerians because they have skills and Zimbabweans because they are hard workers. I don't think so. Where they get this idea that we are lazy is when we boycott the white monopolists or the white supremacists who disrespect us, and the white people tell them, well, you guys are hard workers. Come and work for us. These guys are lazy. They call us lazy because we won't allow them to call us the K word. We won't allow them to pay us peanuts. We won't allow them to disrespect us. So they call us lazy. And Nigerians and Zimbabweans and these people who are willing to comply and allow themselves to be disrespected, that white people tell them, these guys are lazy. You guys should come here and work for us. And so then they go with that. And then they start spreading that rumor that South Africans are lazy and they don't want to work. It is pure garbage. It is nonsense. Okay. So, yeah, those are the few. I forgot the other points because I was here for a long time. I can't remember everything.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be asking questions. It's fine. My brother said that if all foreign nationals were to leave, South Africans would suffer. Do you agree? Because even the menial jobs, you'll still not be able to do them. So why don't you just let the documented foreign nationals... That is the biggest load of rubbish I ever heard in my life. Come again? That is nonsense. Okay. Like I said, when our people, a lot of our people, especially our youth, have gotten used to not investing in their own skills, because whenever they started tuck shops, the Ethiopians who have a tuck shop cartel, something we've never heard of before, they chase our people they drive our people out of business. They started off by making the products cheap. Now they are literally bullying our people. And some of those videos that you show, where you show them chasing away illegals and punching that guy and doing whatever, you guys don't show the videos when the South African tuck shop owners were crying and saying these people do not want to allow us to have our own tuck shops. An Ethiopian was telling them that their boss will not allow them to sell whatever they want. If they're going to sell acha, or they're going to sell bread, but they can't sell Coke, they can't sell this. Be like, who the hell are you coming all the way from Ethiopia to come to South Africa and tell us what we can and cannot sell? That you won't show on the video. No. That's the problem that I have with people who are complaining about xenophobia. They never show the part where our people are being kidnapped, when our people are being thrown into they perform human sacrifices on our people to make money. They kidnap our kids and sell our minors to grown adults. People have had enough. So do they get extreme? Yeah. But you know what? At this point, I understand, because it's been 30 years and we've accommodated all foreigners for 30 years, legal or illegal. But we spotted the ones that behave when they're here, even when they're illegal. And those people, we don't see a difference between us and them. But the ones that we've noticed that are doing heinous things to us, those are the ones that we differentiate and distinct ourselves from. So when someone says to me, South Africans, do you think it's okay for you to punch into it? You know what? When you've heard your neighbor's daughter was missing and it was found in a Nigerian, brothel,
you know, it comes to a point where you no longer care anymore. It comes to a point where you and I'm not gonna, honestly, I'll tell you one thing. I don't care if I'm called a coon after this. I am not going to attack my white neighbor who's just trying to live life and just trying to survive and has done nothing to me, and at times will leave their kids with me to look after, meaning that they trust me and they see me as a human being. When my daughter gets kidnapped by a Nigerian, or my son is sold drugs forced into drugs by Nigerians, I'm not gonna go and attack my white neighbor who's just trying to live life and then say to the Nigerian, oh no, we're brothers, hey, one Africa, one. That's not gonna happen. We have had enough of Pan-Africanism in this country. 30 years, we tried to accommodate illegals, foreigners in general. Even the ones who are documented, the reason why they're also getting targeted now is because they are either quiet or complicit when the illegal immigrants are doing these crimes. So this is why South Africans have had enough and saying, you know what, even the documented foreigners should leave. Okay. Because they're not standing in line with us to help us fight these illegals. They are arguing against us whenever we fight people that are destroying our country. So this idea that these people we are these cowards and we're afraid of white people, my question is, are they brave for working for the same people that we are boycotting and fighting against? Are they brave for running away from their government instead of fighting and then coming here to work for the very white people they say we're scared of? Are they brave? That's my question. Whenever an accusation is thrown at South Africans, I'm asking myself, can the same not be said about them? Are they not worse? Because at least we stay and fight. We don't mind staying and fight. We will suffer. We will die in this country fighting for this country. And that's why we've had enough of this Pan-African talk. We just want to live life right now.
Like I said. Very well. So I'm going to let you and the Nigerian have an exchange. You know, I think he has a couple of questions. Samuel.
This guy saying what he's saying, everything is Nigeria, is bullshit. Because I can give you a scenario. AKA that was shot dead in broad daylight in South Africa. Was it done by Nigeria? AKA that was shot dead in broad daylight. I've lived in Nigeria almost all my life. I've not seen any celebrity shot down broad daylight. I only see it in movies. I've seen a scenario where fan that's carrying money at Nigeria broad daylight in South Africa is also done by Nigeria. So you are telling me now that every crime committed in that country is all done by Nigeria? You are an hypocrite, bro. Okay, you have that guy that is called Carl. You are a hypocrite. So and I didn't want to talk to him honestly, because what I'm seeing here is a total trait of a South African who is known for attacking fellow Africans online and always want to blame someone for their failure and for their misfortune. I didn't have anything to say with you. I don't even talk to you, bro, because you sounded like those guys I see in South Africa punch. So what you're trying to tell me now is beating people. What is different between you and the kidnap and Nigeria that you claim that are kidnapping you? In Nigeria also, we also go outside, we protest with our government. We protest and against bad governance and against this and against that. We are foreigners also working in Nigeria from other countries. They do all these things. Some of them even live in the villages, in the rural areas in Nigeria. They do all these menial jobs also. All right, we have every right to also say that, okay, if you are Ghanaian, this, go back to your country. But we will not do that. Face your government. You want to protest and match your government and let them do the needs. And even if you want to chase people out, let your government do it the proper way. Let your government do it the proper way. I will not stand there and watch you beat someone in broad daylight with all kind of objects that even people used to kill people, and you just want me to just support it on that. No. If you want to send people, I'm not against you sending anyone out of your country. It is your country. Yes, you can do whatever you want, but do it the right way. And you saying that every evil that is being done in your country is being done by Nigeria, bro, is a lie. I put it to you, it is a very big fat lie. And whatever you want to say from after I finish talking, I don't want to respond to you because there's nothing I'll say that will change your mind. Your mind is fixed. And there's nothing I'll say that will change your mind. So whatever I want to say after this, please I'm not ready to respond to whatever he's going to say, because he's just acting like a typical South Africa I see on the streets, blowing people, beating people as if they're kidnappers. So I don't have anything to say. I just want to say that guy, you are bitter, bro. You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be an African.
Okay. Well, let's wait if our...
That's what I have to say.
I don't know if our South African brother wants to reply before we ask them.
Yeah, let me just say something quickly. I think the brother didn't respond to a single thing that I said. He didn't kick back at any accusation that I threw at the Nigerian people. And I want to say that my people are not crazy. Nah, we've been living with illegal immigrants for 30 years. If most of my people come to me complaining and saying that I hear people saying my daughter was kidnapped or such and such was drugged and whatever, I'm not going to look for the South African who's responsible for it. If someone tells me that they were taken to a Nigerian den, I'm going to the Nigerian den. If I find Nigerians kidnapping them, I'm not going to ask where's the South African that I'm supposed to blame. I'm going to the Nigerian state and fighting them. And we've been doing that. And he's saying we should let the government deal with them. And he thinks we haven't tried that. 30 years we've been waiting for the government to do something. Now that we'll finally do something, why don't you wait for the government? The government prefers them. That's why. Because they are cheap labor and they don't fight. They don't fight for nothing. They rather stay here and work cheap labor and be beaten and disrespected because they'd rather be here than go back to their country. That's what I've noticed. And that's what South Africans have noticed. Now, are South Africans taking it too far in some cases? Of course. Is it justified? Maybe not. But is it understandable? Yeah, I understand. You know, it comes to a point where you can no longer beg the government to help you. You can no longer beg anyone to else. We have to take matters into our own hands. And I've always said that the people must govern this country. We must decide how this country is going to run because the government has failed to help us. So when someone tells me that I'm bitter, I really don't care, man. Like an opinion from someone who's an apologist for child nappers and human sacrifices and drug pushers. If you're an apologist for that, then just, bro, I don't want to. I don't care about your opinion. I don't care because I just gave you serious.
Please, you have to. I don't know if you have to mute because there's a lot of echo.
That someone is Nigerian. We actually go to those places. Why would someone send me to a wrong place? Why would someone complain to me and say that someone kidnapped my son and then take me to someone who didn't do it? And then I find my son there, I must assume it was a South African if I see the man right in front of my face. The South African told you, watch Sizokuthola, watch it. They bust these people all the time, and we notice that the majority of busts, whether drug busts, human trafficking busts, or any other major crime, we find that there's a Nigerian. It's not all of it. I never said it's all of it. Do we have crime in our country? South Africans before you. I did not disturb you. You said I shouldn't disturb you. You said I shouldn't disturb you. You said I shouldn't disturb you. You are bitter, my man. You want to cry, but it's fine. So. Okay. We said, watch the shows, watch the reality shows where people are kidnapped, where there's drug busts. Are there South Africans? Yeah, but a select few. Majority are illegal immigrants. And we ask ourselves, why can't these people just go back home and fix their country? I asked the question, and they can't answer the question. If you guys are so skillful, why is your economy down? Why is it that every other country that invests in human capital, their economy rises? But when you somehow invest in human capital, your economy decreases, especially considering your numbers. Okay. You have the numbers to improve your economy, but for some reason, your economy is still down.
Let's allow the brother
with no mineral resources, when they invest in human capital, they become one of the top 10 richest countries in the world. Look at China, look at South Korea. But for some reason, the Nigerians say, oh, we're so skillful. We have all of this, but for some reason, your economy doesn't rise. I don't believe that. I don't believe you guys are skillful. It should be reflected in your economy. If you truly have that, then the economy should reflect that.
Let the Nigerian answer.
Yeah. But the brothers are angry, it's okay.
Somebody have asked you a question. Let's hear you.
South African guys.
Samuel, are you there?
Samuel has left.
Yeah, I mean, he asked you a question. If you say that you Nigerians are skillful, you're smart, you're talented, why are you not developing your country? You want to answer that?
If you are come on, I would love to answer that. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Right, I would love to answer that.
Let's go.
See, Nigerians, you are skillful. Yeah, all what you said is true. Why are we not going to develop our country? I also answer that. Okay. On that failure, right? We will take. See, there's something about Nigeria I don't know. We will not hide from the truth. All right. Anywhere we fail, we go on now. Just say yes, we fail. All right. Yes, we get all these things, but our country is not developed the way we want it. That is where we failed. Yes. Do you want to make it better? Yes. That's why we are clamoring for Obi and Kwankwaso in Nigeria at the next election. Yes, we'll go on now. But you will not see a Nigerian man go on the street and attack a fellow African, no matter the situation it may be. We've seen Chinese, we've seen white people being caught with drugs in Nigeria. But they follow the due process. Okay, we've seen people from Ghana being caught with crimes, but they follow the initial process. That's my problem here. We are skillful. We are this. See, when you I'm glad that one of your hosts there has been to Nigeria before. I'm so glad. When you come to Nigeria, right, you will know that Nigeria we tried more on privatization. Let me put it that way. Even skill wise. When I mean privatization, we mean that okay, whatever you see in Nigeria today, all right, that is blooming, be it from the music, be it from the movies, be it from tech, whatever, right, has little or no support of the government. All right, little or no support of the government. We are not crybabies like this South African guy. We have little or no support of the government. We grind and hustle. We know that, see, if you don't grind there, nobody's coming to save your house, bro. All right? So if you are saying that you are being skillful, you are being skillful will not show on a global, on a national scale, but it will show on selected section in the economy, which is what you are seeing in the entertainment section and in other one or two fashion and the rest. That's where you are seeing it. Because when you are in a country that your government is not really supportive of you, it's not supposed to cut across all sections. All right. So that is why you might not be able to sit in a national hot cake, but you are going to sit in a few unselected section in the country. Okay. But give or take, we are still succeeding. Okay. And we are still succeeding the best way we can. Okay. We will not cry like the way this one is crying.
There's a video I want. Samuel, there's a video I want you to take a look, and as well as my audience. South Africans are not South Africans are not the first to complain about the illegal activities of Nigerians. Once upon a time, even Ghanaians did the same thing. Let's take a look at this couple of videos from Ghana.
Okay, like I was saying, my brother from South Africa, I understand your pain a whole lot. I do. And I've experienced Nigerians in my own way, and it was not the best of experience so far. Now, the thing is, the first time I ever saw the four walls of a prison cell, it came from the deed of a Nigerian, or Nigerians. And that was in Dubai. Yeah, where Nigerians uprooted a complete ATM machine from the ground, and they went away with it. And not just Cameroonians or myself, every other black person was taken.
In that vicinity?
In that entire area. Whether you are with a visa or not, you are taken.
So how did they know that Nigerians were? I know it's currently.
No, the thing is, they have a CCTV, and they could determine by facials. Because before you get into Dubai, The camera scans your image. So they have your physical image in the system. So when you go now, when they take you to the police, because we're so many, they have to put us in cells. So they bring in one after the other. You go face the camera. So their camera must identify that person.
Wow.
And at the end of the day, it was there were 3 Nigerians actually.
No.
Now, the thing is, we know that Nigerians will never come out openly to say that this is us. They cannot acknowledge their mistakes. But the truth be told, the whole world is suffering from Nigerian phobia. It's the truth. And my brother Samuel, you need to accept this. I'm sorry, but this is the truth.
Right.
You get. So I understand South Africans. Yet at the same time, I understand Samuel for saying that if South Africans want Nigerians to leave or any other foreign, they should do it the legal way, which is correct. Yeah, but the truth is, if a South African or South Africans are complaining this hard, it means, bet you, I will not say even the Somalians, the other South Africans I was saying, Somalians, Namibians, yeah, they may have been contributing their own quota, but Nigerians here, I'll bet you they are the center of it all. It's the truth. Let's not beat around the bush.
I mean, we just let's
not sugarcoat it.
Right.
You get Nigerians, they want to dominate everywhere they go. Whether it's their land or it's not their land, they want to take control. They want to make the people in front. They want to know that a Nigerian is here. Truth be told, go check across, except the country, I've forgotten the name, which is almost submerging into water, which is just a stretch all through, that the prison is open. You get? I believe every prison cell in this world has a Nigerian. I believe it.
Yeah, it's on record.
Every prison cell in this world has a Nigerian.
Right in Panama.
You get Nigerians. I don't know what is exactly their problem. All of us want to make money. All of us want to be comfortable. But why is it a must that is a must in Nigeria must make it? It's their mentality. Anyway. Truth be told, yeah, in as much as we know crime can be constituted by anybody, not necessarily Nigeria and South Africa, because even before Nigeria became a problem in South Africa, crime was in South Africa.
Crime was in South Africa.
So who were the people committing this crime? Most likely were South Africans. But it was not in an alarming state. Like the Ghanaian too is complaining, like in an alarming state. Like they have not even finished dealing with their Ghanaian criminals. Nigerians too have come and had them. So which means that at the end of the day, Ghana acknowledge the fact that they have their own criminals.
Right.
They know how they are handling their criminals.
No problem.
But this one that Nigeria have come now, their own is not only criminality. They are now killing, they are now abducting, they are now doing so many things.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the same thing that South African guy was complaining. He cannot go and hold his neighbor who kept his child in his care because they never trust him. But certainly, if the child goes missing, they'll go check in Nigeria because they don't trust the Nigerian. You get, it's their lifestyle.
Okay.
If Nigerians were not there, they'll still do drugs in South Africa.
Right.
Yes. But South Africans, what I understand from our brother from South Africa is that he wants to know that if a South Africa is doing this thing, the South Africa is responsible for it.
Right.
You get? So if tomorrow, let's say Nigerians are not there or foreigners are not there, crimes or drugs is still peddling in South Africa, it means that it's a South African who is doing it. That South Africa will be held responsible.
Right.
You get? But not that the South Africa are trying to be South African. We should be community people. We can welcome other people to join us to be community people. And then all of a sudden, this canker comes. I want to not just take you want to convert the entire community to your style. Sorry, it doesn't make sense. We get? This is where the South African guy is complaining.
Right.
You get? That's the point. That's what I feel that's his point. So if to me, I'll tell you, truth be told, our brother, our president, is among our youth too, from Ibrahim Traoré, is struggling to build Burkina Faso.
Right.
I think that is a civil responsibility that every citizen of every country upholds.
Right.
It is your duty to build your country. So please, Nigerians, if they say all of us, South Africans have decided, all of us should pack our bags and go home. Please, let's peacefully pack our bags and go home and build our country.
Nigeria is over there.
You cannot force to stay in a man's house and the man don't want you. Man, you have to keep you get.
See, when I've heard about 4 to 5 persons that have talked about the fact that South Africans, they are putting their frustration on the blacks, whether it's Nigerians, whether what nationality, and that they should face the whites. Now, the truth is, they don't understand that apartheid ended, and the apartheid system was causing the anger that caused that fight. But right now, it will be difficult for a South African to face a white man to cause any riot or whatnot because they have already demarcated their own portion. Yeah. They are living peacefully. They are not causing any more harm. They are not showing any separation, one not.
That's true.
And the South Africans that are getting more angrier is the fact that most of the established industries in South Africa are owned by these whites.
Okay.
Now, I said I will base my fact today on the fact that if you come and diminish my returns because of your cheap labor, it's enough to destroy an entire country. Now, the South Africans are being faced now with a situation where these industries that were given from top, that means the blue-collar jobs, white-collar jobs, right down to the layman job,
right.
It was of a particular standard. We have government structured systems where they talk about the revenue, the wage rate and whatnot. But this has been fixed. Then you guys come in and you destabilize it because every employer wants cheap labor.
Right,
no matter what you do, they want cheap labor. Names comes in. I've gotten that from him. They start calling them names that they are lazy because they don't want to work at that. They don't want to pay them the minimum wage. They want cheap labor, so they antagonize the guys by calling for the cheap labor, which are always given by foreigners. Like I gave our example, it was the foreigners. I don't want to call. It was the IDPs that brought the cheap labor. So if that is happening in South Africa, no matter what the Nigerian guy says, don't just put emotions. Don't tell me that South Africans are in Nigeria, South Africans, Ghanaians are in Nigeria. We don't refuse. Everybody is everywhere.
Everybody is everywhere.
But why you?
Causing problems where you are.
Why is it you?
Everywhere you find yourself.
That's the issue. That's the issue here.
Chinese are everywhere, but
you don't see problems.
You don't see problems.
Chinese too. Over exploitation. They pursue them. Chinese are never exaggerating.
No, the thing is, the Chinese
even
people, the Chinese people are there, right? They are there. But the thing is, to me, what I understand is they will constitute their own problems because every human is tantamount that we constitute problems somehow. We will. But the point is, their problem they constitute is not heavy.
No, it's not. Don't say heavy.
I can illegal.
That.
No, when I mean heavy, they say that
illegal and evil.
Okay.
There's illegality and there's even illegality.
I bet you now that
But Chinese don't just wake up from China and come to a place.
They don't. You get there's a whole lot of exchange. They pass through the government. There's a structure where they come in.
Right.
You get like for example, when I was doing a research on environmental safety, I got to realize that Supermon is Lebanese management.
It's a Lebanese management.
Yeah, but that's affecting our society. It's affecting our economy. It's affecting the soil. It's affecting food production.
What are you saying? What are you saying? Do you know that everything is not owned by us?
That's what. No, hold on. I'm coming. So I'm just saying that in as much as we have this effect, you get, but somehow they're helping the economy. You get, they are helping the economy. But they are causing an environmental effect, which we can still deal with.
You can manage.
We can manage.
But Nigeria
but now the problem is Nigeria don't come to cause environmental effect and help the economy. They come to cause mental problem. You get environmental stress, even accommodation problem. They cause you everything that can make your life. You think you can kill yourself. You get that, my brother Samuel. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. We get. I'm not here to be emotional. I'm here to be very practical because these things are these are political, economic, and social things that we determine to make ourselves comfortable within a country. South Africans have every right. If they say everybody should go, they want to be their country, they want to face their government. Pack your bag and get out.
So now that they don't want to go,
no, if they don't want to go, now that's another problem. It's not for South Africans to take the laws into their hands because at the end of the day,
the South Africans complain that they have been cohabiting with people for 30 years.
They have not had issues.
They have not had issues, but they have been channeling this thing to their government. You understand? But now the government is like it's being compromised.
It's reluctant to do it.
Yes, it's reluctant to do it, and the thing is always getting worse. It's not even getting better.
About the political structure.
You understand?
So at the end of it is the South African government.
So how are they going to do? They will carry naturally for what town now?
No. Because they have been protesting just like what the other Nigerian guys said that they go through the protest, but they don't tell people that it's the foreigners that are causing it. But the South Africans has understood their own structure. That the government has somehow failed them, and if they keep sitting silent and waiting for this government to act, it might never happen. It might never happen.
No, but there's something South Africa learned. If I remember vividly, when apartheid was being protesting by South Africans, there was one speech Nelson Mandela made and talked about peaceful protest. You must not go with demolition or destruction of property and killing people.
They have done that. They have been doing all these peaceful protests.
There is no end to a peaceful protest. Because if you start with violence, violence will come to an end. But peaceful protest never ends. But if you start killing people today, there'll come a point you will not kill people. You stop. So why kill in the first place? Why did you stop?
They have already passed their message. Right. They have done the peaceful protests. Before they say it's undocumented immigrants, right? But now it's like everybody should just shift. Let them see where their lapses are. Everybody should shift.
In that case, my brother from South Africa, I personally joined your movement. Let everybody
just shift first.
South African by
birth, let's identify all those loopholes.
By, I don't know, adoption or whatever means you can call a South African. If you are not a South African, Cameroonians, Nigerians, my brother, we should be packing already. So tomorrow the airport will be open and all of us home.
This question now, like this last thing I wanted to say. This issue can lead to we try to kind of see it like it will not bring that our unity, but it can.
No, of course.
If the 54 countries go to their 54 countries and develop their countries, OAU will function.
Why would I go to South Africa to do what there when I'm okay at home?
That's true.
OAU will function.
Let me go and see Soweto, whatever is there. Soweto. Some said in Soweto, I'll go and arrest them.
We'll be doing African tourism.
Don't look for one main leader like CAP.
Yes.
We don't look for one main leader like CAP.
I fix my side. When I want to come to your side, I come and spend money and do things and come back.
Case closed.
Yes.
So that's our judgment.
Yes, everybody go home.
South African brother, are you still there? Now that your government is a bit reluctant towards helping your cause, right, sending foreign nationals, especially the illegal migrants away, what measures have you decided? Are you just going to continue beating people, looting shops? You know, what are your plans? What are your plans?
Well, the reason organizations, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. The reason organizations like Operation Dudula and March and March exist is to actually avoid the violence. Because originally when South Africans started taking, like ordinary South African citizens started taking matters into their own hands, it was getting incredibly violent. People were getting killed, people were getting burned and all that kind of stuff because of people's frustration. You know, like I said, it's not just a matter of people taking jobs, because if that was the case, they would attack the other Africans that they don't have a problem with. It's a matter of the crimes that they commit. That's why people end up resorting to such things. But all of us don't agree with that. That's why we have organizations like Dudula and such, you know, in order to, to do it properly in such a way that nobody gets harmed, nobody's business gets looted and things like that. So we want to have more movements like that will make sure this thing is done properly, because we can't keep relying on the government, because the police can easily be sold. Because remember, if these people are selling powder, and they have these huge cartels where they can buy off the police, they can buy off politicians and things like that. So we can no longer rely on our politicians. We can only rely on the people on the ground who have these types of movements. So we aim to get more people to join the March and March, to join Operation Dudula, but to do things properly and not doing it in such a way that we look like hooligans to the world. In spite of the fact that I kind of understand the frustration of people, but at the end of the day, it's important how you're viewed, because you don't want to scare away investors and things like that. So my answer is yes, we'd like to have more movements like that, or at least increase the number of people who are helping Operation Dudula and March and March to make sure that things are done properly. So yeah, that's my answer to that.
Okay, so marching, will this make the foreign nationals to leave? Because at the end of the day, the government still has to do something. If you look at the mass deportation of illegal migrants, let's say from West Africa, the government had to do something. The president had to say something. They were giving you 2 weeks to leave Nigeria, 2 weeks to leave Ghana. So if your government, you can march every day, but if the government does not say that, okay, you have this number of time, this period of time to leave, then I think you just keep on marching and marching and marching, and nobody will leave. That's what I was asking. What are your plans? What measures? Are you going to get your government, are you going to force your government into buying what you're selling, or what exactly? Since they are not cooperative, obviously.
we've already taken measures in putting pressure on the government to deal with illegal immigrants.
Okay.
Just like I recently, I should probably fact check this, but I heard recently they changed the law and said that you can no longer be a citizen by marrying a South African citizen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's no longer that's one way the government is taking a measure to make sure that people are no longer coming here and marrying for convenience, but rather they will marry for love. Okay. You get what I'm saying? So no one really has a problem with people marrying immigrants. Just don't marry so that they become citizens because they're running away from their country. If you love a Nigerian, I can't stop you from loving a Nigerian. I can't stop you from loving someone from Ghana or wherever they come from, or Malawi or whatever. But do not now compromise the sovereignty of your country for your relationship. That has nothing to do with us, So that is one way the government is done, but we are putting pressure on them. But one thing I'll tell you, as long as we don't deal with the companies that are hiring illegal immigrants, and we don't deal with the people that are allowing illegal immigrants to come and operate in the yard and things like that, then yes, they will keep coming in. But that's another thing that we noticed, that it is the South Africans who are accommodating illegal immigrants that are making it so that these people are comfortable in this country. So we aim to make them so uncomfortable that they go back home and fight. The one thing I don't understand is a lot of these guys are willing to stay here and they're willing to be killed. They're willing to die. And yet when you ask them, why did they go home and just do the same thing there? Just fight there, ask the government to for whatever it is that you guys have a right to have as citizens, or to improve the economy. Study what South Korea did, study what Singapore did, what did South Korea did, and all that, and then do that. You get what I'm saying? But instead they want to come here and then they want to be revolutionaries in order to stay in a country that they're not wanted. I have never heard something like that before. You fight for your country. You don't fight to be a citizen in somebody else's country. That the people are willing to die in that country, but you're not willing to take the example from them and die in your country. That just baffles me. I don't understand that, at all.
We might never understand, brother. We might never understand. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us today. Hope we can have your subsequent edition. And you're so eloquent, my goodness. You're very fluent. You agree with me, isn't it? Yeah, very intelligent. You're so intelligent. Please, I beg. Give up. This is for you, brother.
South Africans don't go to school.
Thank you. And to our Nigerian brother, before we go, any last words, brother? Samuel.
Samuel is not there.
Samuel is there.
Yeah, I'm here.
My brother, you back to us.
Oh, not at all. I know the verse. Yeah. It's just that it's so pathetic that a little or no violence seen by a Nigerian, and it feels like it's only Nigerians are into violence, because my brother said something about being in Dubai and this and that. I don't want to say much because there's not time to be emotional or anything. Yes, yeah, we Nigerians, we do too much sometimes. No one is denying that fact that we do too much sometimes. But it should not now be a case whereby because a Nigerian did something somewhere, then you feel like, okay, that is who Nigerians really are. And that does not mean that other African countries too are not committing crimes wherever they find themselves. I won't blame whoever I say Nigerians this or Nigerians that. I think I was still going to blame our own government for failing the aspect of proper PR. When I mean proper PR, in the sense that, because I was even thinking you would allow me speak concerning the Ghana issues, basis that I live in Ghana almost 10 years, but it's fine.
Yeah.
But
no, but you can just put something. You can just put in words before we go. It's fine.
Okay. So with the Ghana one, right? I said, like I said earlier, I've lived in Ghana. I've studied in Ghana for a very long time. I lived there. I schooled there. With the Ghana issue, right? Ghana, like we say, they are our cousins. They are Nigerian. We are brothers. We are sisters, like we used to call ourselves. So living in Ghana has really made me see a lot. All right. Ghana's own is even different from this.
I'm gonna face your camera. Yes, you're talking to your people. Just face your camera, yeah. Voila.
Yeah, they say Nigerians are doing this, are doing that. I lived in Ghana for many years, right? And I can tell you for a fact that there are so many Nigerians in Ghana doing that thing the right way, and they are not constituting any nuisance in any way. I can tell you for a very fact, because we have a Nigerian community also in Ghana. All right, we have so many Nigerians there that they are doing that thing perfectly well. All right, and what they are saying about Nigerians, I don't know if you are aware about the onion issue when they said we are also taking over.
Yeah,
so it's as if the thing is just as if Nigeria should just step in and say they also want to do something, it's going to be an issue. If tomorrow we say we want to do this, it's going to be a topic. There's nothing we will do that will not be a topic. If tomorrow we say you are going into another thing again, they'll still come and see that you are taking over something. If we even leave it again and go to another thing, they'll still come and take over. So Nigeria has been like a source of excuses.
But my brother, don't you think that, I mean, everybody cannot be wrong, because I feel like you're making a lot of, you're defending. You're defending a lot of.
I'm not defending.
Do extra. How would they go and?
I'm not defending. I'm saying the truth.
In another country, does that make sense?
I'm not defending. I'm not defending at all.
Anyway,
I'm saying the way it is. It's not about defending.
Okay.
I'm telling you the way it is. Like locking the shops in Ghana and saying that this and that. Even the Ghanaian citizens came out to say they prefer buying from the Nigerian because of this, because of that, because of that. So no matter what,
right. They say your prices sell more, your goods are more affordable.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
cheap,
They crash the market.
Yeah.
So,
They are more affordable compared to Ghanaian. So that one is not your fault. That was not your fault. So what we are going to do
that's what
is,
I'm saying.
my brother, we're going to have a part 2, right? We're going to have a part 2.
Second round.
Second round, we'll sit down and we'll dissect. Thank you very much for joining. Schneider, you have 2 minutes before we go.
Then sorry, my brother from South Africa, Carl. Hey bro, sorry man, it was hot. You get me, but it's fine.
Very well.
One love, bro. It's okay.
One Africa, one Africa.
Schneider, tell us about your award real quick.
Okay, that's my award for Best Actor at the just finished Peck Food Festival.
Oh, nice.
That took place in Boya. I think that was from...
Please take your award and show the crowd a bit. You know, easy.
Okay.
We are over Cameroon. That's it. There's a camera that.
Where's the camera? Okay,
That's
there we go. That's the award for Peck Food Festival. It was a 4-day event that happened from the 7th to the 11th of this month. 5 days. 7th to the 11th of this month in Boya Moliko Stadium, which I took part in one of the categories as the actor, and then I won the Best Actor award.
Yeah.
Was money awarded too?
Congrats.
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
My share.
I bet you give her a share.
Yeah, the
So
chop.
as an actor, what's the way forward?
Well, as an actor, I just need to keep on doing my thing, doing my actor thing. I'm open for both local and international opportunities.
Okay, very well. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of today's review. We'll see you next time.
Next time. Bye.
What a photos.
Okay.